Boop. Just a sound.
Are you going to open it or do you want me?
You seem really good, be good at opening.
Okay.
Opening.
Watford for the win! Yes! Yes! Deep strike, got the big man, Crabtree, pulls free, and touchdown, Red Raiders! 10 for 3, right between the eyes!
Welcome to the Onside Kick, your weekly roundtable discussion of the biggest stories in sports, entertainment, and much more. Your host, Dave Oster, Ricky Widmer, will break down the world of basketball, baseball, and football.
What are you doing, Dragons? Did you not get the memo? Derrick Rose can go upstairs.
And get ready, because here comes the Onside Kick.
Welcome to the Onside Kick. Ricky Widmer here along with Dave Oster. And we're here to bring you the best analysis in sports news. Me and Dave have been YouTube watchers ever since YouTube started. And the one thing we always thought had a missing void was sports news and analysis.
You got all these bloggers talk about current events and funny videos, but nobody out there is really covering sports. So we just felt like, you know what? We got this.
We do. We're going to start you guys off with the Final Four in the national championship in college basketball. And Dave, we got Kentucky and Kansas going head-to-head. You got Kansas beating the Ohio State Buckeyes and basically manhandling Jared Sullinger.
Yeah, what we saw Sullinger in the paint, I expected. He always seemed kind of weak in the paint, but no, he just got shut down.
When you double-team him and force him out of the paint, you're going to do the exact same thing that Michigan State did in the Big Ten championship game, and that's why we, as everyone knows, Michigan State won that game. But on the other side of the ball, you got Kentucky with their raw talent of freshmen just basically blowing right past Louisville. Louisville couldn't slow the Wildcats down enough. So now we got Coach John Calipari, who in 2009 left the Memphis Tigers after going to the national championship with them in 2008. He goes to Kentucky. Now he's in the national championship. And he's going to have to coach against Bill Self in another national championship game. And Dave, you tell me what you're thinking going into tomorrow's game.
What I see here is a matchup of a starting five with no bench, that'd be Kansas, versus a starting five with a deep bench, and that's Kentucky. Kentucky's got so much all-around talent at every position that Kansas just can't match up. And if they try to, they're just going to run themselves ragged. That bench is just a dead weight.
Well, and I think we could go over the stats of Kansas's bench being 12 of 50 from the field this tournament and only having 39 points. But I think the one important thing with the Kansas bench is you need a deep bench to keep up with this Kentucky team, because what they do is once Anthony Davis stops you on the defensive end of the ball, the Kentucky Wildcats, they push right away and they go to just jam the ball right down your throat. And I know Jeff Whitney is a quality defensive player, but he can't do it all by himself. Kansas is going to need that bench reserve to come in, have that extra stamina, and I don't know if they have it.
Yeah, like you said, Kentucky really capitalized on the fast break. So what we need to see out of Kansas is them not to pack the paint every time. If they got four guys going in for a rebound, if Kentucky somehow gets that rebound, it's easy fast break points, and that's going to cost them. So Kansas really needs to set up a nice zone perimeter around the outside, still go for rebounds, but just make sure that we're not giving away free points in the fast break.
And the one thing, I'll be honest, Dave, going into this NCAA tournament, I was thinking Kentucky, I didn't know if they would get to the Final Four because of Coach John Calipari. I thought ever since he got to the national championship with that Memphis Tiger team led by Derrick Rose, I just thought that Calipari, coaching-wise, he didn't have the stuff to get back to that game. And now he's back, and he's got to go up against Bill Self again. Do you think this game, it comes down to a battle of coaches?
I think it comes down to a battle of coaching styles, yes, because Calipari was often criticized for his going after young recruits who he knew would be one-and-dones in college, and we see him still going after this, bring it to Kentucky, bring in really, really top-end talent. It looks like Davis and Kidd-Gilchrist could go 1-2 in the draft, and yeah, both one-and-dones. So what we see is him going after that young talent, and we see Kansas trying to build up a team that could last a couple of years. And it looks like this year, they're just not ready for it.
Well, I'm just going to get right to it, Dave. I think that Kentucky's going to pull out the win, and I think it's going to be a, let's say, 75-67 win. I think it will be less than 10, but later on in the game, I just think that Kentucky is going to be too up-tempo, and they're going to blow right past the Jayhawks.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to keep this in a half-court offense game. It's going to be fast breaks. We're going to see lots of layups, dunks, everything. It's just going to be quick one end to the other. Kentucky wins.